And welcome to episode 21 of Bum's Corner Coast to Coast. If our show was a person and an episode was a year, it would now be old enough to drink.
That's right. Or it would have already spent 5 years drinking illegally at Polos.
Ah, yes. Because we raised it right.
Yes. Because we're good parents.
We absolutely are. Self-respect, get the fuck out of here. You don't need that to succeed in life.
Right?
Yeah. So, 4 fucking months ago, we said, oh my God, we're never ever doing a theme show again.
Yeah, because that just sucked.
Because it turned into an hour about child abuse. And
Yeah.
since then, all we've done are themed episodes. So we thought, why stop now?
Yeah. Maybe we were just picking the wrong theme.
That's it exactly. Once we got off of child abuse, it was kind of fun, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you get on the right track.
Yeah.
And kids, listen in. Once you get on the right track, it's all just unfolds in front of you.
Wow, that's deep. Thanks, Uncle Tom.
You're welcome.
So I think last episode we got off on some tangent, and Tom had the brilliant idea of just focusing an episode on our stint at 456 Chinese restaurant. Yes, I'm blaming you.
Yeah, well, yeah, all right. You're right. It was my idea because I was, yeah, there was a lot of for the brief periods of time of that. Pretty much everyone we knew worked at 456. There's too many stories and there's too much stuff that went on during that time period. I mean, we evolved as humans during our time at 456.
It's true. So because I don't remember a lot from that time frame, and because it was so long ago, we thought
it'd be bring in a specialist.
We had to bring in a subject matter expert. So here to either fact check or share his own stories is our resident expert on 456 Chinese restaurant, my brother and Tom's friend, Andy Eshelman.
How you doing, Bums?
Play the applause thing.
Play the... that makes me feel a lot better. Now I'm ready. Yes, since I am the resident idiot, yes, I will.
No, you were the resident person that was the most sober during those times.
Oh, and I would agree to that up to a point.
Yes, up to the point when Johnny started working there. Up to the point
when our cousin started working there, and then then it got a lot fuzzier.
Okay, right. So to bring everybody up to speed, back in the late 80s, this small Chinese restaurant, like fast food type place, opened up just south of Worthington, Ohio on High Street, as we found out, the corner of Kanawha and High. So it was a little bit north of Graceland. And in a former Zantigo location.
Jeez.
And friend of the show, Rick Tansky, worked at the Zantigo, ended up working at 456. And because he was the only basically non-Chinese person there at the time, he tried to coax everybody he knew into working there. So Tom and I said, yeah, absolutely, this looks like a blast. And over the course of the next 3 or 4 years, just about everybody we knew worked there, at least for a short stint.
Yes, and
same
with me.
Males.
Oh, yeah. I had at least 2 to 3 friends came to work there.
Yeah.
Oh, and our cousin.
Yeah, and our cousin.
Who brought probably 2 or 3 of his friends.
And a pound or 2 of weed.
Oh yes. We should have put it in the wok.
Oh, God. No, why?
Just throw it in the wok and just smoke the entire kitchen.
And just, like a big-ass fucking Chinese clam bake.
Chinese clam bake.
Filled the kitchen full of smoke.
Yeah.
Because pretty much that's what the walk-in refrigerator was for.
Would have been like the Spicoli's car, but as a structure.
Do you think the THC could have soaked into like the chicken that was just laying out in the walk-in freezer? So we were also getting all of the clientele high as well?
Wait, let me back up a hair. Did you guys actually smoke weed in the walk-in cooler?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because in our stupid young minds, the smoke would contract because it was so small or so cold in there. It was so cold in the freezer that the smoke would contract and you wouldn't be able to smell it.
You know, I've been awake for like 13 hours, and that's easily the stupidest thing I've heard all day.
Well,
but I love that it's based in like science.
Yes,
like they filtered science. Wait a minute.
It's so cold. You can see your
Molecules move
breath
slower when they're cold.
Right.
And there's a fan.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was the big fan that would suck it all out.
Right.
So yeah.
That's why I always smoked weed in the cooler.
No one ever knew.
No.
No one ever knew what we were doing.
Didn't like that fan blow into the car that's sitting at the drive-through menu?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why they were like, yeah, this, and this. Oh, shit, you know what? Give me like 7 other egg rolls. I don't know why.
And a Pepsi?
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Biggie T.
4 crab ragoons that comes with 4. No, 4 orders of crab ragoon.
Oh, shit. But yeah, it was grueling. We worked there. I want to say near the end, we were there 6 days a week, lunch and dinner. Yeah. Does that sound right? So a lot of hours, but it was an absolute blast working.
It didn't seem like it.
No.
I mean, we worked like fucking indentured servants and
yes.
like laughed the whole time. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, I'm back to work in 6 hours. See you tomorrow.
That was it. Well, and plus we got free beer, free cigarettes.
Huh?
What?
Like, if you guys ever, like our boss Daniel, if you offered to go pick him up cigarettes at the UDF on the corner,
oh, I do remember.
He would just give you a 20, like give it yourself some too. Like, okay, thanks, dude.
Shit, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
So you bought him a pack and then got yourself like 3 with all of his money.
Yes. Yeah.
That was with everything.
Yeah, and then on the weekends, like, man, Daniel, do you want a beer? Doesn't that sound good? He's like, yeah, and he'd hand you a 20. Go buy some beer. But,
totally forgot about that.
Yeah, this was before they banned smoking everywhere. And so you had the little counter with 2 cash registers up front, and then 3 feet behind that was a little screen, and then directly behind that was that flat cooler, or the freezer.
Yeah, it was
the freezer, yeah.
And there was an ashtray on that freezer, and I swear there was always a burning cigarette there. Like somebody was always smoking
constantly
in that ashtray.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Oh, I'm sure it still smells like ass in that place from us.
I can't believe that building's still up. And someone's running a restaurant out of it. Because of the things we did in there do not pass any health standards whatsoever.
Yeah, defile is too nice a word.
There's so many things that you guys brought up when you guys started talking about this, and then my brain started working. And everything that I thought about was all the things that we did that were just so wrong against health code.
Oh, yeah.
Just like drop shit on the floor, put it in there, you know.
It's all
when we got infested with cockroaches.
Fine.
Do you guys remember when we got infested with cockroaches?
Not really, no.
Oh, it was awful. It was awful. They were everywhere inside there. And one time there was a guy. Yeah, there was a guy at the cash register telling us his order, and one fell from the ceiling and landed on his shirt.
Oh my God.
And we were just stunned, like, what do we do? What do we do? And he saw it and like flicked it off, and then just went into tirade like what pieces of shit we were and everything, and then he left. And I think that's when Daniel was just like, we probably should get an exterminator. Like, that was it? How about you had to knock them off your, like, drinking cup before...
God.
Knock the cockroaches off. Go fill up your cup. Yeah, that was disgusting. That was a disgusting time at the 456.
I must have blocked that out.
Disgusting.
I've been trying to recall the actual dates that I worked there. Like, when did I start? Because I don't think I ever worked with Rick.
No.
And I know Steve worked there for a minute, but I didn't.
Steve was there for like a summer. Like, he came home from Dayton, worked for a few months, and then went back to school.
I started there when I was 15. So that would have been my freshman
89?
year. That would have been my freshman year in high school. I was 15, so that would have been 89.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I started there maybe like right out of high school.
I was trying to remember when I started.
I want to say it was right around when Andy did, or not too far after.
Yeah.
Because I think I quit a few times and would come back.
Yeah.
You know, you'd like leave for a few months. I'm like, man, this real world sucks. I need to get back in there where we had it easy.
Amy fired me.
Amy did?
Yeah, Amy fired me. And I don't think I came back. Maybe for a hot minute. I came back for a hot minute, and then that was it. But yeah, she fired me.
For what? Just because she was pissed?
Yeah, she was pissed off about something. You quit too. She fired me, and you were like, I quit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember asking Mike. I remember asking you because you were like, "I fucking quit." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "They fired Andy."
Damn. See, I'm glad I brought you along. I do not remember that at all.
She fired me over something like the broccoli wasn't perfect. You're fired, and I was just like, "All right, fuck it." And then you were like, "I quit."
Yeah,
we're done. Eshelman's out
because that was after I had left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember leaving.
I don't know, man. That time frame, everything sort of blends together.
It's
what's
a blur.
Weird. Like, since our last show, I'm like, shit, if we're going to talk about the restaurant, I'm going to have to remember things. And so I kept remembering some of the people that we had met, and like Mr. and Mrs. Flowers. They are the ones that bought us the crossword dictionary, because every time they came in, like, we thought they were smart because they had button-down shirts. You're like, hey, man, you know, what's a 3-letter word for a hockey great? They're like, oh, Bobby Orr. So they ended up buying us a crossword puzzle dictionary that we kept by the ashtray. So by the end of, like, our stint there, it was all, like, weathered and sad looking.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Like, we gave the book cancer. We smoked around it so much.
Oh yeah, it's gonna sue us. I remember, like, it's funny you mentioned crossword puzzle, because that's working with you at 456 was when I developed my, I don't know if it's an addiction or an affection for crossword puzzles.
Really?
That was our thing. Every day we would sit there and do the fucking Columbus Dispatch crossword puzzle.
Yep.
Until it was done.
Yep.
Yeah.
It might have taken 10 people.
Yeah. I mean, every customer that walked in.
Done.
Right, 4 letters, adjacent. Give me something.
This has been boggling us all day. Since 10 a.m.
I forget the guy's name that actually did the Columbus Dispatch cross. I remember, like, yeah, fuck you, dude.
Oh, that's right.
I own your ass, cocksucker.
And Andy and I were talking about this when we were picking up dinner. We had Chinese tonight just to be thematic.
To get in the mindset.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
we had to.
Was Rob the name of the guy that owned the mowing service? That, like,
Rob Aiken, backyard gardener.
Gardener.
Damn.
Tom Arnold. Damn.
Good job.
So he would trade food for his services of taking care of the landscaping.
Yes.
Mow the grass,
the whole
worth a guy.
10 square feet of grass that was on the 456
lot. Yeah.
Just surrounded the sign up front.
Pretty much that was it.
I think he also did their house too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fair.
But he had the two employees, Bobby and Stefan. Those were the two young kids that worked there that in the summer they would disappear and ride the rails. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Stefan had the dreadlocks.
Yep.
Stefan had dreadlocks.
The other one had like long dark hair.
Yeah, Bobby had like the little like Satan goatee, like the little tiny triangle and the handlebar mustache.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, those
ride
kids,
the rails.
They would ride the rails in the summertime.
Who the fuck does that?
Hobos.
Even in the 90s.
Stefan had the broken arm for God knows how long.
Oh, he had that cast on forever.
He had the cast on forever, and I think he left it on after it healed, just to
as
have
a weapon?
cast as a weapon.
Yeah.
So he was high on LSD or tripping. He was tripping and was on the roof of the Big Bear, which is now a Giant Eagle on High Street. So he was on the roof of the Big Bear, and he was tripping so hard he looked down at the bus, the glass encased bus stop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That in his mind he was like, that's not that far.
Oh shit.
So he jumped off of the roof, went straight through the glass, broke his arm.
Jesus Christ.
They went back to their buddy's house, and then, since he had a broken arm, he was just spraying computer keyboard duster. You know that stuff?
Yeah.
The duster stuff?
The compressed air.
He was spraying it on his broken arm because it was so cold.
Right.
So I think he did that for a couple of days before he finally went to the doctor.
Fucking
And they're like, holy shit, dude, your arm's broken. I was wondering why it did this. But I do believe he came into work with it broken, no cast, and he was like, man, this really hurts. Like, fuck, dude, that doesn't look good.
Right?
What happened? Yeah. Well, I jumped off the Big Bear roof. Yeah, so not only did he do that crazy act, but he destroyed Coda property.
Believe for him.
Yeah. Busted right through. Because, that was it. He thought it was going to be plexiglass and catch him.
Right.
And it was glass. He went straight through it.
To his credit, that's a safe assumption. Like, Coda can't afford real glass.
Brilliant.
Oh, Christ.
That guy was the best.
Oh, they were so crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked terrifying. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I saw them coming at me, I would cross the street to avoid them.
Well, they were gang members.
Yeah, but they were the nicest fucking kids, man. Just so sweet. They were really good kids.
Yeah.
Except when they were beating the shit out of other people.
Right. Push come to shove.
Well, yeah, unless you owed them money or they, they had something against you.
That's why they rode the rails.
Why?
They went back out to California because that's where their gang headquarters was. The gang headquarters was in California, and they were like the Columbus branch. So they would ride the rails to go back out to California.
For like the annual convention or something?
To hang out with their dudes.
The gang banger convention and expo.
I got my tattoo. I'm heading back to Ohio.
Got me another teardrop.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh, fuck. And we worked in a restaurant with these psychopaths, like every fucking day, too.
A tiny restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was tiny.
Tiny.
Yep.
We our free time was spent behind, that little folding screen.
Yes. Yeah. There was that one chair. So, like, one person would sit on one end of the freezer, and the other person would, like, lean on the other end. Yeah. And we just chain smoked all day. And that was our job.
Until the ladder showed up. Daniel, the ladder that they would put the changing
the letters
things,
up with?
He started putting the ladder next to the freezer, so then we would all sit on the ladder.
Yep, that's right.
I don't think I remember the latter.
Yeah, because that's when I shocked Shannon. Stefan gave me a
taser?
A taser.
A little psst.
Yep. Stefan gave me a taser, and I had it in my pocket, and Shannon was like, pull the trigger, and she was sitting next to me on the ladder.
Yeah.
So I hit the trigger, and it went straight into her leg. Just shocked the shit out of her. I think she went home. Like, I gotta go home. But she was the one who said pull the trigger, so I blame her. She was like, pull the trigger. I was like, okay.
Fucking, you tased Shannon.
I tased Shannon. With Stefan's taser.
I am actually surprised none of us died.
It's true.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, I mean, eating fried food 3 meals a day, every day of the week for years. Chain smoking all day at work.
Oh, and nonstop pop.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes. So much pop.
I got a kidney stone because of the pop, how much pop I drank. Because the doctor was like, how the fuck are you 16 with a kidney stone? And I was like, I don't know. I
remember that.
Yes. And he was just like, well, what do you eat and drink? And I was like, probably about 3 gallons of Pepsi. And he was just like, well, that's it, son.
3 gallons of Pepsi and 5 pounds of rice every day?
Gave me a kidney stone.
Fuck.
Oh my god. Oh shit, Andy, that's funny. Oh my god.
All out of the same cup. I never washed that cup.
No. God, no.
No,
My cup was the same Batman cup that I got out of the UDF. Yep. And I think I just hosed it out with some water and was like, this will be good for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they would all get stained, as the oil in the air would settle on your cup. It would like put this nice sheen on it,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next day's worth of dirt would go on top of that. So it was like being preserved in alabaster, from all the oil.
It's lacquered. It was lacquered up.
like waiting for Attenborough to come and pull it out of the topaz.
Yep.
What's it called? The hell was it? Mosquito. Amber.
Yes, the amber mosquito. Oh God.
And we had this huge styrofoam cups, and we were using the huge styrofoam cups for a little while. Mm-hmm. But we drank so much pop out of it, it would eat through the styrofoam.
Right.
And that's when you threw out your cup. Like, oh, the pop ate through it again. What's this doing to my body?
Yeah, I remember there was like a little row of them on the bottom shelf of that counter. Like everybody would carve their name with their fingernail into the styrofoam.
Oh, yeah.
That little counter.
Shit, yes. And I remembered the rule that Daniel said we could eat any fortune cookies that were already broken.
Yes.
Smash! Yep. Smash! This one's bad.
And they came in those huge, like 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot boxes.
Oh, yeah.
And
gigantic.
We would just pick the box up and throw it, and then beat the shit out of the box. Like,
These
Daniel,
are all bad,
there's like
Dan.
6 good cookies in this whole thing.
They're all bad, dude. They're all bad.
You need to talk to these people.
Right, so at the end, again, it's the end of our shift, and there's a full ashtray. There's 65, 70 empty fortune cookie wrappers.
You gotta save them. How else are you gonna know how many you ate?
Right.
Right.
Oh, it was so terrible.
The thing is, I don't know. I mean, time does strange things to one's memory.
We have them. We save them.
Nice.
So at some point we can open fortune cookies.
Very cool. We should do that at the end as a finale.
How climatic.
Did it come true?
Dude, I would dip them in some sauce. It might have been like a customer's chicken broccoli, and I would take my fortune cookie and like dip it in sauce.
Well, it's not like you touched it with your hand.
Exactly. I wouldn't double dip.
No.
That's how it worked. As long as you didn't physically put your hands on their food, it was okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Unless it was like an egg roll or a crab ragoon.
Yeah, that's different, man.
Right.
Well,
That's different.
That you could just whoop, 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 there you go. Didn't touch the floor. I caught it with my hand and apron.
Hey, if the egg roll hit the floor, we were allowed to eat it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Or if they got too mushy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So remember they had that like little
just a rack.
What was it called? A heating tray? Is that what those things
Yeah.
were called? Yeah.
Yeah, the little under the heat light. The
Yes, that's it. Thank you. So heat
Right
lamp.
by the rice.
So they would have like a little row of egg rolls, and I would intentionally like skip a couple when I was passing them out to customers to let them get soft.
Like you'd short roll.
Yeah. So like first in, first out. I would go like third in, first out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
So a couple of them would get kind of mushy. I'm like, Daniel, these don't look like they're okay to serve to customers. He's like, yeah, go ahead and eat it if you want. And I could eat those things like a boa. Just like I'd unhinge my jaw and just go and eat it all in one bite.
Yeah.
I wonder if I pooped regularly the entire time I worked there. All the grease. I'm sure I just had continual diarrhea.
No, I think after a while your body gets used, acclimated to it.
Oh my god.
So that becomes your new regular.
Yeah. Explosive diarrhea is the new regular.
That's why you had to eat all the rice, man, to balance it out.
Right. And we talked about that chubby bunny.
Yes. Remember putting your mouth full of rice and going, chubby bunny, chubby bunny, chubby bunny.
Over the rice bin, so everything you blew out went right back into the rice bin.
Yeah. Because, what customer doesn't want what's been in my mouth?
The customer's always right.
Oh my god.
Over the rice bin. Chubby bunny, chubby bunny.
Well, sure, if you didn't do it...
We don't want to waste it.
No.
Yeah, because if you spit it out, you have to clean it. But if you spit it back in the rice, it's fine.
If it falls on the floor, then we gotta find a broom.
Oh, God.
And that was under all the coats on top of the freezer behind the screen.
In the wintertime, that's where they went.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you could tell we were slow when, like, at the steam table, if there was a handprint, like, gently pressed into the skin on the Warsu Guy sauce.
My God.
Oh,
Like, you remember
that was fun, yes.
Like, that yellow skin would build on it. Yeah. And... I don't know, it was like playing Operation. You had to be super careful not to break it, but push hard enough to leave a handprint.
Yeah.
Because it would singe you if you broke through.
Oh, God, yes.
Right. Yeah. It would be burning.
Right.
Fuck. Good times.
That's like when Grandpa would always just be like, just pull the egg rolls out of the deep fryer. Like, no!
Oh, God, yes.
Use the basket, you maniac!
Right? He'd just reach in there with his hand.
He would. He'd just reach right in like, ordered chicken wings, I got it!
Yeah.
That was one tough old man.
Claws of steel.
Fucking Lobobo.
Little Bobo.
That's right. I forgot his name.
He was a badass.
Fuck yeah, he was. He was in like 9 wars.
Yeah.
And
like
easily in, I want to say late 70s, maybe mid 70s.
Oh, I was going to say 130.
he was easily 130. I'm with Andy on this.
Yeah, he was 130.
He worked 12, 13-hour days, 7 days a week.
His skin was made out of wonton.
Yeah, it was the deep fried preserved wrapper.
Yeah.
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 Good
That
guy.
dude was, I mean, I would not cross his path. He
Spoke no
would
English.
fucking kill you
No,
just
but yeah,
without
but
breaking
like
his
whenever
sweat.
he like said something and pointed, I was like, okay.
Yep.
All right. Like, yeah.
Shish.
Shish.
I will stop scooping out the sweet and sour sauce with my hand. I'm sorry, Grandpa.
Oh, fuck.
There were two. There were 2 grandpas.
There were 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy's grandpa worked there for a minute.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, but see,
He was super nice, though.
yeah, he was. But
I'm not sure how he procreated that.
I don't know. She was a mean woman.
Dragon lady.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think she got sold a bill of goods. Like, hey, we're going to move to Ohio and be huge restaurateurs.
Ooh.
And it translated into your ass is working in the restaurant all day, every day.
But, yeah, it wasn't that... She didn't work there all the time.
She was there for lunch every day, though.
Okay.
Was she? I don't recall ever really seeing her unless she would show up to yell and then leave.
Show up with the kid,
With
yell at everyone,
Jerry,
and then leave.
Yeah, but she worked there for a while too.
She did at some point because that's how I got fired.
Yeah, that was before me then.
Yeah, she was prepping. I think she was prepping the food before I got it to cook.
Oh, right, in the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Andy, I must have worked there during the time that you came back for a minute.
Yes. Whenever you guys were, you worked there with me. Whenever you guys were in your Grateful Dead phase.
That was like 1991.
Yeah,
maybe.
whenever you guys were in your Dead phase, because I remember multiple concerts that you guys went to, and I had to work like by myself because all of you went to the show. And I'm like, I'll work for you guys, but
wait, that wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
I went to like 2 Dead shows my entire life.
Well, apparently 1 or 2 of them was when you worked at 456. Because my deal was you guys go to the show and leave me to work by myself, and you had to bring me a T-shirt and some kind of drug.
Some kind of drug, yeah.
So I don't care what it was.
I do recall those terms.
Yes, I want a T-shirt and some kind of drugs.
Yeah.
And you never fucking brought me a T-shirt. Drugs, sure.
I only ever went to 2 Dead shows.
Yeah, never got a T-shirt.
I went to one because, okay, what the hell is all this about? And then I went to the other one to sort of confirm, hey, this all kind of sucks.
You guys all stink.
I'm out of Whippets, and the show is local, so I will go to the Dead show.
Yeah.
And buy some Whippets.
I went to a couple. They were all right, but they weren't that great. Music sucked, but I really don't remember that much about the music because we were always tripping.
Sidebar. So the first Grateful Dead show Andy went to, he got stoned out of his gourd and was starving to death.
Oh, yes.
And so like a little pack of us, maybe 5 or 6 of us, walk into, it's Buckeye Lake, so it's the big bowl of grass that leads to the stage. So we're up on the hill hanging out, and all Andy is doing is bitching about how hungry he is.
I'm eating in, let's say, like 12, 14 hours.
Like 12 days.
And I'm tripping.
Yeah.
It's 12 days in stoner trip time.
So Al walked by with a buddy of his, just randomly happened to be at the show. And this guy had like a army duffel bag on him. And so Al was like, hey, man, your brother's here. I'm like, yeah, he's laying on the ground bitching because he's hungry. And the guy's like, oh, I brought candy to give out to people. And so he puts this duffel bag on the ground, unzips it, and it's the kind that, like, the second you undo it, it all unfolds. So right next to Andy's head is this mountain of chocolate and candy. It looked like a bunch of kids dumped out their Halloween baskets so the police could look for razor blades through them.
Yeah.
So it's literally, like, right next to his face, and Andy will not turn because he's tired of us fucking with him all day because he's hungry.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not even going to look over there. I'm like, dude, literally, if you turned your head and talked, it would fall into your mouth.
I was pissed. I was so fucking pissed. Probably ruined my trip. I was so mad at them because I think you guys were like, you want to go get a hot dog? Too bad. Because I couldn't walk. I couldn't really walk all by myself in Buckeye Lake. I was fucked up. Yeah. And they were like, we'll take you for a hot dog. Just kidding. Yeah, and then they pulled this stunt. Oh, I was so fucking pissed.
Fuck you.
Having a blast, tripping my balls off, pissed.
All you wanted was a fucking cheeseburger.
I don't even remember what I wanted, but I was bitching about something. Like I wanted something so goddamn bad. Like a hot dog or popcorn or something. Like Just take me to the fucking food court, you pieces of shit. Like, hey, dumbass, there's food right beside you. No, there's not.
No, there's not.
There's no fucking food next to me.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what else. See, I had this beautiful list of everything I wanted to cover, and then I fucking left it at home when I came over to Andy's to record.
Do you remember it? I have like a vivid memory of this. It was like the eve before the health inspection.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel had asked us to stay late to do a deep clean.
Yes.
And then, like, he disappeared. And then I remember looking out the drive-through window across the parking lot towards the UDF, and here he comes, like, just completely laden with beer and alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, is just humping all this shit across the parking lot. He's like, okay, here we go, we work. Like, all right.
Do you remember what the deep clean was? He bought, like, cases of oven off.
Yeah.
And we would spray it all over the walls and then scrape it off with no protection.
Nope.
No masks, no gloves, no nothing. Nope. And then you would itch for like 3 days. Like, why am I so itchy?
Right. Jeez.
That's right. We doused that restaurant in oven cleaner.
Oven off. Yep. Yeah, that's how we cleaned. Oven off.
But I'll tell you what, it looked fucking phenomenal when we were finished.
But you could scrape
to get
the walls
grease off of the walls. Like, 'cause it was like that popcorn orange peel kind of wall.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And like I remember the amber of the grease and shit was so just baked on. Like, you couldn't get rid of it.
Oh, yeah.
It took forever to scrub.
The hood.
You couldn't get in there with a spatula or a knife.
No. So we stood on the oven or the grills. Yep. We stood on it and scraped the hood. Oh, so gross.
Oh, like every time out in the dining area, you would accidentally spill bleach and it would make like one clean spot. You're like, oh, fuck.
Damn it.
Now we have to bleach the entire floor.
Now we're done.
You know, it just recently occurred to me, like just seconds ago, there wasn't. I don't recall there being like a dishwashing station.
Oh, there wasn't. There was the two sinks in the back.
Yeah,
there was a sink, but not like where you would expect things to be cleaned in an industrial kitchen.
No, there was like the faucet above the woks.
Everything's made of styrofoam. What did we have to clean besides like the wok?
The wok and the utensils.
Oh yeah.
Like the implements that we would use to cook the food.
You cook those in the wok. Those things are fucking hot, man.
Oh yeah, I mean
they'll kill anything.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we're all still alive, and we ate 3 meals a day for
it was next to the ice machine. Yeah, it was next to the ice machine. That was always.
What, that little sink?
We would put our hands in it. That's how we would fill up.
We grab handfuls of ice.
Handfuls of ice, stick it in your cup. Oh, that sink. So you remember the huge bins of like chicken?
Yeah.
We would chop the chicken, put it in those huge plastic bins.
Yeah.
So this is my physical damage that happened there, like beyond everything, all the burns that we. So those bins would sit perfectly in the sinks. So it would sit on the sides. So you could sit the bin in the sink and like fill it up or whatever.
That's how you would defrost it.
Yep. So
with the cold water, just running through.
I had a bin of chicken in the sink, and just the way that I was standing, somehow my balls were over the sink. And I slid the bin full of chicken that had to have weighed like 40 or 50 pounds and smashed my balls in between the bin and the steel sink. And I think I took 2 or 3 days off because I smashed my balls at work. Oh, it was awful. It was so awful. It was so awful. It was the worst. Oh my God, that was just the worst pain.
Oh fuck.
Oh
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't think I can't recall any actual like physical injury of that magnitude.
No burns and cuts.
Like once they started teaching us how to cook, and we started cooking back there. Yeah. Oh,
burns
yeah, splatter
every day.
Yeah. The burns. Yeah, the burns every day. No big deal.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, and I guess you guys are good ones to ask. Do you have any sensitivity in your hands whatsoever anymore? Like when you're at a restaurant and waitresses say, "Careful, this is hot," you can just say bullshit and grab it and set it down in front of you. And
no,
really,
yeah.
Like I have. There's no temperature.
You got steel wool hands.
Yeah, maybe it was from working the deep fryer with Grandpa. He's like, tongs are for pussies. Yeah, you get in there with your bare hands and you fish those egg rolls out.
Right.
Yeah.
You've got
use your meat hooks, Whitey.
I do. I have glove hands.
He's got glove mitts.
All right, so maybe it was me. I was hoping that it was everybody there, but never mind.
It was putting your hand in the wonton or the.
My wife has the asbestos fingers, though.
Well, yeah, because she cooked all her.
That's what it's called, asbestos hands.
But I mean, she spent 20, almost 30 years as a chef. So
right.
I think maybe just because you spent more time
in front of the deep fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yanking wontons out of the soup bin.
Oh, that's right. When the wonton noodles would go rogue.
They were like oysters.
Yeah. Oh, that was good shit. Fucking wonton, man.
Straight out of the ladle. Right back in.
Dude, I remember, like, filling a big-ass cup full of wonton soup.
And taking it home.
Yeah. No, I'm drinking it. On the job. Hey, we're getting low on this. I don't know why. We haven't sold me. I don't know. Maybe it's evaporated. Turn the steam table down. I don't know.
Turn the steam table down.
I don't know why my orange pea hurts so bad.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, however, best hangover
sodium
cure is that fucking hot and sour soup.
Oh, my God, yes.
Every morning, every day.
Yep.
Oh, I do remember you eating the hot and sour soup right when you got to work.
Shit, yeah, 10 a.m., man.
Hot and sour, man.
Oh,
Get like half of a bowl of rice and then fill the rest with hot and sour soup.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was the best hangover cure in the world.
And a scoopful of the chili oil.
Oh, yeah. Just squirting it in there, making little circles. Yeah.
That puts you right. Hey. We were good for another 12 hours.
That's right.
That's true, yeah.
Yep. Like, I will stand here, get verbally abused, smoke a pack of cigarettes, and go out and get completely drunk again and repeat the cycle.
Repeat.
Oh, Christ.
I don't know if it was the best thing or the worst thing, but Charlie's.
Oh, yeah. Like a bar a block away from work.
Yeah.
That was easily the worst thing.
And we're like 19 or 20.
Yep.
Yeah. And the bartender comes in. She's like, oh, hey. They kept coming in. You guys need to come on by.
Okay. Oh, shit. Yes. Yeah, we would leave work and go straight after working a 12-hour shift.
Yeah.
And go straight to that bar and sit there until it closed.
Where was it?
In Graceland, where Long John Silver's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
because it still had the ramp.
Yes, it had the ramp on the side.
It had the ramp to get up to the bar. Like, this is smart.
Yep.
Right?
So, like, our first night there, and yeah, it was. The bartenders came in and said, you guys could come over. And we're like, all right. And so Tom and I...
Did they ask us to bring them something?
I think you're right.
they called in like a delivery.
Yes.
And we're like, meh, okay. And then the next time they came in, they're like, you guys need to come in.
Yes. And Tom
right.
Tom
we'll
and
be there.
We drank them out of Molson.
Yeah.
We drank the beer dry. No, bottled.
Oh. I remember when you guys went through your Molson phase.
Yeah.
The candy, what'd you call it? The candy of beers.
The candy of beer.
Yeah, you called it the candy of beers.
That's right.
Yeah, we drank them dry.
Disgusting.
And was that the place where that guy fell off his motorcycle? Yes,
Sarge.
the Sarge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that was our first night there.
Yes. So
that we met this old drunken Vietnam vet.
Yep, I had him laughing so hard he fell off his bar stool.
Yeah.
And so they're like, it's 2:30. You fuckers have got to go home. We're like, all right. So, Tom and I each had our own shitty brown car.
Yep.
And Sarge is getting on his motorcycle. And I'm like, dude, are you okay to drive? He's like, oh, absolutely.
And we're like, this is not good.
And so, on that side of Graceland, it was the north side.
Oh, yeah.
So he starts going towards those middle lanes out, turns right, towards the back of Graceland, and just goes throop and just plop, falls right over on his bike. So
he didn't get out of his parking space before he fell over. Do you remember that?
Yes. He
dropped
the bike and we helped him pick it up. We're like, yeah. Come on, fatty.
Because
that's called enabling.
Oh my God. Yeah. It didn't even occur to us that, holy shit, maybe we should stop him.
Nope.
Nah.
Perhaps we should make an effort to save this fucker's life.
Nah.
No. Let's help the old dude on his two-wheeled death machine.
He said he was fine, damn it.
He did.
Sarge, let's get you some training wheels.
Very emphatic that he was okay.
He was fine. Oh, sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then what happened?
We sat there and watched him fall off. He staggered around a little. He got back on and disappeared. And then we laughed about it, went on our merry way.
And then he pulled away?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he dropped the bike. And you would think at some point, you're like, man, maybe I should sit down and get a glass of water. He's like, nah.
Nah, water's for pussies.
Right?
He got right back on that horse and rode it home. Or died. I have no idea what happened to him.
Right, so we never saw him again.
Exactly. Not my problem. So, okay, we covered the Rob and Stefan and Bobby.
Rob Aiken, backyard gardener.
We didn't
Who was
cover
the guy that owned the car dealer?
Oh, shit. Oh, give me a second. Stan Bradham used cars.
Did anyone buy a car from him?
No.
No.
Are you sure? Because I kind of think that somebody did.
Maybe Cindy?
Or maybe it was Cindy. Maybe it was Cindy.
Yeah.
But somebody bought a car from him. I do remember somebody did buy a car from him.
I never saw him work. I think he was more like one of those consignment buyers where one of his people would say, I want an 87 Jag, and then he would go find it for them kind of thing. And he just happened to have a lot there to hold his paperwork.
I thought he was a fucking baller when I worked there.
Right? He had 10 cars on the lot that never changed.
Yep.
But he would just be like, it's Stan, and he'd come to the drive-thru and pull up the window.
Says Ron.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Oh, shit. Yep, and he came in with that Italian buddy of his. And I don't even know what business he was in, but his daughter ended up working there for a while.
At 456?
Yeah. And I was terrified of her. Because she was
open shirt, chains.
Yes, she's super underage, super attractive, and super mafia. I'm just stay the fuck away from me, please. Okay, maybe a little, but then that's enough.
But yeah, I'll do one job.
I do not remember her.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
Yeah, we had a menagerie of people come through there, and like Tom said, all of our friends worked there. And then your buddies started migrating in.
I had two friends that worked there, Simon and Mike.
Shannon had a bunch of friends move in and out of there. So it was like all of these older Watterson kids. It was super young Whetstone kids.
The girlfriend of our mayor.
The girlfriend of our mayor.
Our mayor now, Andy Ginther. His girlfriend from high school worked at 456.
What?
Yeah, it was one of Shannon's friends.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Because the Ginther family would come in all the time.
I do remember them coming in.
Yes, and and then she talked Daniel into getting a job.
That little dark-haired girl?
I can't remember her name, but she went to Whetstone and was friends with Shannon.
I remember Shannon's friend worked there.
Ginther's girlfriend.
That's
and
hilarious.
Is now our mayor of Columbus. That's 456's
Shannon's
claim to fame.
Yeah, there it is. If they weren't out of business, they could put that right on the wall.
Yeah.
Put the plaque up.
Right.
Andy Ginther's high school girlfriend worked here.
And they dated the entire, because that's, I went to Whetstone third quarter of my junior year, and they were together the entire time.
That's crazy. Yeah, I remember when she worked there, but
I can't remember her name. And
her name was Shannon's friend.
Shannon had a very healthy blonde-haired girl that worked there.
I don't remember.
I remember her for a second.
Did you fuck her?
No, but not for trying.
Oh, Christ.
So Daniel was your pimp. He would just hire your stable.
No, but in hindsight, I probably could have worked that. Shit, we all could have. What the hell? It's unfortunate we weren't all thinking with our dicks more at that point in time.
My future wife came to 456.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she did.
Really?
Yes.
Like on purpose?
Well, I knew her in high school, and we had mutual friends, and she came to 456, and I cooked her a meal.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Concerned.
And she still married me.
I'm just very concerned about you.
Did she still let you cook for her?
Yep.
In the kitchen?
Not after tonight. Not after tonight.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
We have not discussed our immigrant friends that work there.
Dude, Juan and Juan.
Yep.
I thought one
And
of
they
them's
all
name was
lived-
Jose.
No,
Jose?
No, there was one and one two. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought one of them was Jose.
No, we both. They might have been. I mean, we just called them both Juan because we were racist
They
assholes.
could have been named anything. They could have been like Jorge and Fred.
Yeah.
But no, it was 1-1-1-1-2.
I could have swore one was Jose.
Well-
But no, I guess it was one.
Yeah, and they had that shitty little apartment on Broad Meadows.
That was Daniel's.
That the restaurant paid for.
Right. That
Yeah.
was Daniel's.
And he
Daniel
he
owned.
stored his Mexicans there basically overnight is all he
Pretty
did.
much.
Yes.
Yep.
6 months at a time.
Yeah. Because he sent me over there one time to... it was after he fired them. Oh, that brought back another memory. Oh, my God. So...
God, weren't they all like just sleeping bags and shit?
Yes, there were mattresses on the floor and sleeping bags and porn magazines. That was the entire apartment. Just bare floors, a couple of sleeping bags, and just piles of porn magazines. And Daniel was like, go clean up the apartment. I'll give you $50. Go clean up the apartment and come back. And I was like, okay. And I walked in, I was like, jackpot.
Right?
I was like, I got enough porn now for years. Like, holy shit. Yeah, so I just packed it all up,
And some
stuck it in my
mattresses.
car. Like, here we go. Threw all their sleeping bags in the dumpster. Like, I'm all done, Dan. Next. Import some more.
Yep.
All clear.
We need Juan 3 and Juan 4 to report for duty, sir.
But that's what made me remember Juan had that Mustang with the huge tires.
Oh, God.
I remember it was a lowrider with super wide lowrider tires.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he sent me once to go pick something up. He was just like, here's my keys. Go pick something up for us. And I couldn't drive it because I couldn't turn the steering wheel. So I couldn't get out of the parking lot. So yeah, and then I get out and he was just like, that's cars for strong men. And I was just like, okay. Yeah. Is this street legal? Because I couldn't turn the fucking steering wheel.
Oh, shit.
Hold on.
Oh, God. Now, was the porn in English or was it in Spanish?
It didn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think you
No,
look
they were
at the
porn
words.
magazines.
Right. I mean, were the articles in Spanish or English?
Who reads?
I think you just blew my mind.
You idiots are the downfall of this country.
My mind is blown.
There's words in
Right,
porn?
I was supposed to read something?
Shit, yes, you need the plot to lead up to that.
No, you turn the pages really fast. That's the plot. That's
Right?
the story.
Like a
yeah,
flip book.
That's right.
Like a flip book.
Like, oh my God, now her clothes are gone.
Oh my God, now his dick's in her.
Old Juan.
Oh,
This
my
is
God.
just like the last one.
He taught me some great Spanish.
Oh, yeah, I knew every swear word in Spanish by the
Right.
time we left there. And that's all the Spanish I knew.
I still don't know what jingalela means.
I think it's fuck your mother.
That's what I think too.
Because he taught it to me, and then he was like, when Juan gets to work, tell him jingalela. And I was like, all right. Hey, Juan, jingalela. And he was like, what? And then they were both rolling on the floor.
Like they never told me what it meant.
Rolling on the sidewalk made of grease.
Yep.
The back sidewalk was so covered in grease from the kitchen that it was like a fucking comedy sketch show.
Oh, God,
Every
yes.
time you stepped outside.
It'd just be essentially like soupy sails in a lane full of bananas.
Oh, yeah, like every time it would rain, like all the water would push off to the sides of that sidewalk. Like, why is it flooding everywhere but right there?
Is concrete supposed to be black?
Oh, shit.
Remember having to push the fryer oil out to the back corner of the parking lot?
Oh, that was so gross.
The little dumpster area?
Right. That no one ever came to empty.
No! Like there were like dead animals in that thing. Rats and bunnies and bullshit. All of them suspended in time.
Oh, God. So here's the irony. I didn't think we would have enough stories to tell to fill like an hour. So I had Tom like research a bunch of restaurant related stories, but I guess we'll push that off for another month or so.
Yeah. That was just in case.
Oh, fuck.
We haven't even got into the barter system.
Oh, of like trading
The entire,
fast-
like, there's like a 2-block area of barter.
So
Right.
for anybody that's never worked in the restaurant industry, you trade with all your neighbors.
Well, I actually, you know what? I don't think that's as common as you might think.
Really?
At least, yeah. At least historically, I mean, 456 is the only restaurant that I've worked at that did that.
Okay. Well,
Barter Town.
This is who runs Barter
Who
Town?
run Barter Town?
Barter Town!
Master run Barter Town.
so we would trade. I've been working on that all fucking month.
Master run Barter Town.
So we would trade food with all the fast food places around us. But since it was dinner time, our menu was so astronomically more expensive than theirs that, like, okay, let's say we're trading with the Burger King at East North Broadway in Indianola. We would take them 3 bags of food. and we would come back with like 10 bags of food.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And we would eat like warlords. Like, you didn't look at the menu. You were like, all right, just whatever's easy to cook, make $80 worth of it.
Yeah.
So we would have like a pyramid of cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah.
On that table where you guys worked in the kitchen.
Yeah, or a stack of pizzas. Like, try this one. Take one bite, throw it away. We got 10 more. Fuck it.
Oh my god.
Try this one.
Oh, that was so fucking awesome.
Oh, that was some of the best meals I've ever had in my life. Like, some of just the oddball shit that David would cook for us.
Oh, like the random.
Oh yeah.
We have this
like
leftover.
the actual sort of like, I'll have what Grandpa's having.
Right.
Yes.
They made us like Cajun hamburgers one time.
Oh yeah.
They were phenomenal. They deep fried a turkey in the deep fryer. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
That was the first I've ever had deep fried turkey.
Before it was cool.
Yeah.
Those were some of the best meals I've
tell you,
ever had.
Their breakfast, like when you take one of those walks, it's 4 feet across.
The breakfasts.
And you put in a scoop of oil, and then you put in like a dozen eggs.
Oh my god.
Chives, salt and pepper, and a bunch of sausage, and just keep folding it until it's all cooked up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Oh, it was amazing.
I forgot about that.
Oh
And
yeah, the breakfasts.
The potato pancakes they would make in the walk. Do you remember those?
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
we were treated pretty well.
Yeah.
We're slaves. You know, that didn't suck.
We worked like dogs, but we ate like kings.
We ate like kings.
We couldn't turn them in for indenturement. We couldn't turn them into anyone. Just be like, well, these guys are fat. Explain that.
Right?
Why are your slaves fat?
How are you abused?
Right. That one's smiling. That one's fat as fuck. How do you explain this shit?
This one's in a food coma.
This one's spitting out rice and chubby bunny.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I think the perks far outweighed the shitty hours.
It was so completely worth it.
Oh yeah.
I think really at the time it was, I think a personal, my God, I work at a fast food restaurant. Well, get the fuck over it. You're 20-something. You're getting a paycheck, and you're not paying for groceries.
And all of our friends wanted to work there.
And everybody we love is there.
Yes.
What the fuck? What are you bitching about? You get paid to hang out with your friends.
And chain smoke and drink beer and eat like it's your last day on earth.
Oh.
Those were some good times. I don't miss working past dusk and standing up so much. If it weren't for that, I'd say I'd go back in a heartbeat. Oh, and the fact that we got paid like $3 an hour or whatever the fucking minimum wage was back in 1989.
It was forcible. Actually, he was paying us pretty good, if I recall.
Yeah, I mean, we did okay, but it balanced out because we were there. We worked 70 hours a week.
Yeah.
So it was easy to pull a decent paycheck.
When I left, was making $12 an hour.
Holy shit, that's like Tom and I combined.
That's like California minimum wage.
Right.
Like today.
I would work a 10-hour shift 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, working 10 hours. And yeah, $12 an hour.
Damn.
And then Johnny would come in and take over, I think, at 4 o'clock and do the night shift.
Literally, I think that's what Tom and I made together when we started there.
And you guys were managers.
Well,
we
managed each other. We managed to ruin the place.
You remember he sent us down to Cincinnati?
Oh God, yes.
Dayton to buy a new register?
No, it was close to Athens. It was really, really close to
Where
Athens.
did we go? I know it was close to the Anchor Hawking place.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
For a new POS system.
Yep. And
Yeah.
he sent us down there. And I think we got in the car and we're like, well, now what do we do? And I'm like, I guess we're getting high.
And we're like, yeah, we're gonna get stoned. And we're gonna drive and have a meeting.
Right. And then we got to have a meeting with somebody and remember everything and come back and tell Daniel.
With some guy in a tie, and then like we ended up like doing
think-
it. Like we bought it.
It was a house, wasn't it? We like pulled up and we were like, is this right?
No.
It was like a house.
What's it?
I
I
don't
don't recall it being a building.
I just remember driving down there. That's all I remember. And then we came back and Daniel was like, how was it? And we were like, it was great. Let's buy it.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
It's not going to stop us from stealing food, but let's buy it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It won't affect us at all.
Nope.
God, you remember when he sent us to fucking BW3? Mike?
Oh yeah, that was like.
And we had a meeting with what's his face, fucking Bauman. Was that
See,
his name?
I'm pissed about that because when we went down to BW3, and I think this was more Imperial Garden than 456, if I remember. No, it was 456.
No, it was 456.
Because we almost
he
bought-
was looking for something else. He was looking for an Imperial Garden, but he wanted to get out of 456.
Right.
And it
So
was that.
he sent us to BW3s in Cincinnati to their corporate office to talk to them.
Oh, yeah, you guys covered this in your last
Yeah.
show.
So we
Did we?
went to them and said,
Oh,
here's
wonderful.
our idea. Let's make a BW3, but off campus. And my idea, which looking back, thank God we didn't go through with it, but was the French market.
Yeah.
I said, take the campus experience and put it in malls. And so basically they're like, you guys are fucking idiots. We will never do that. Grab a burrito and get the fuck out of here. And sure enough, 5 years later, you cannot swing a cat and not hit a fucking BW3s in a strip mall somewhere.
Yep.
They took our idea and sent us on our merry way.
So Daniel's business idea was sending you two clowns to pitch
Yes.
a business idea to a real corporation.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that didn't go your way.
Color me shocked.
I'm still kind of impressed that they actually stole the idea.
Yeah, I mean, it was good enough to steal.
Well, did you guys wear ties?
Yeah.
Well, that's why.
Is that it?
It was official.
Did I wear a tie?
I think we both had to dress up.
At one point, we had to wear
Oh,
ties at
those
456.
From those suits we got an oak tree.
Oh my God. Yes. You're right. Now it makes sense. We looked like ghetto clowns. Fuck, I forgot about. Yeah, that suit. The shoulder pads were so big that you could rip them out and use them as a flotation device in the event of an accident.
What was the sale? Like 2 for $200?
Did Daniel pay for them?
No, we didn't.
Oh shit! We were happy to pimp that shit out by ourselves.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it like almost like this?
No,
it was,
man, it was
weird
super
brown.
soft, like MC
No,
Hammer.
it was like weird. It was a weird
No, mine
brown.
was jet black,
Oh, okay.
but it had huge
No,
shoulder
yours was
pads.
green.
No,
I thought it
wasn't.
was like a brownish green because
It
he
was a
wore it
brownish
for
green.
fucking
It was
years
like-
afterwards.
No,
Yeah.
Oh, I remember you wearing it to a
it was
wedding.
black.
I don't think so.
Mine was blue. No, yours was.
It was like a greenish
Are you
brown,
sure?
like a
It was
khaki
greenish
brown green.
Yeah, it was a greenish brown.
Yes.
Weird.
Yes.
I'll take like
Totally remember
a
that.
baby shit suit.
It was
Yeah.
the wedding that we went to, and you guys crashed like Al's car in the parking lot.
That was my car, and I forget whose wedding. You got thrown out.
I got
of it.
thrown out. I got thrown out of the wedding.
Reception.
Yeah, I got thrown out of the reception.
Yes, and I wrecked my car.
And you wrecked your car in the parking lot.
So that's where I wore that suit.
No, it was a little Miata. Somebody owned a little Miata.
Ow.
It was Al's car we wrecked in the parking lot. And then you
That sounds
wrecked
right.
your car later that
Yes,
night.
you're right.
You wrecked, or yeah, 2 cars got wrecked that night. Great wedding. Great wedding. You
This
still
is
have
the
the
You
tie?
still have the tie?
Oh my God, Tom.
I think this is the tie.
That's it.
Holy shit, dude.
That went with the blue suit that I bought.
Why do you still have that? What's wrong with you? Does it smell like Chinese food? Sniff it.
Nope.
This is a radio show.
It doesn't matter. He can tell us.
Oh my God.
We had to wear ties at work at 456.
No, we didn't. We
Yeah,
had
we did.
t-shirts.
Pink. We had to
When?
wear pink,
No.
button-up shirts, and we had to wear ties.
I remember the pink button-up shirts.
Pink button-up shirts, and we had to wear ties. And we
Before my
stopped
time.
wearing ties because I leaned over, dipped it into the hot sweet and sour sauce, stood back up, sweet and sour sauce all over my clothes, and I had to go home, which made you go home because you drove me. And Daniel was like, I guess we don't have to wear ties anymore.
Yeah, we switched to the pink T-shirts, and then we moved to the
Yeah.
red T-shirts.
Yep.
Yep. I was pink to red t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is when
When
I
I
was
first started, we needed pink button-up shirts.
I remember that now. Now
Yeah.
that you mention it, yeah, we had pink button-up shirts and black ties.
Yep. The tie went right in the hot sweet and sour sauce.
We were the most fabulous
Idiots.
mafia ever.
Yeah. Slinging some Chinese
On
food.
Yakuza.
On Yakuza.
Well, that's what made it not fast food. It's because we had a shirt and tie on.
That's it exactly.
Right. It was high-end food.
Oh, shit. Good times, man.
Or
Good
it was egg drop soup. It was something. I leaned over. It went into the hot. Stood up all over my lap. I was like, well, Mike, guess we're going home.
That's hilarious.
And Daniel was like, guess we're not wearing ties anymore. It was probably first night, second week. I was there. Who knows? I was 15.
Oh, fuck. Well, this was an absolute success.
Yeah.
We read no news stories.
No, we didn't need them.
Yeah. No, we don't. We
No.
don't.
Nope.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wrote notes for all of the news articles.
Bully for you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do next month. We'll just have Andy back.
And we'll do 9 articles.
And yeah,
We'll just read these.
I'm cool with that.
Oh, fuck. Actually, next month, I think we had talked about taking a brief respite from Bum's Corner and working on a more introspective podcast looking back at our youth.
Yeah.
And
We did.
because we have such short attention spans, we don't want to run 2 podcasts concurrent. So we'll hit pause on Bum's Corner for a month or so and do something a little more serious that hopefully can heal some of the shit that's wrong with my head and without having to go to therapy. So in September, we're going to record an episode of a side project that Tom and I have been talking about doing, where we look back at our high school years through each other's eyes and the eyes of people that were there with us. And I think, what was the name we finally ended up with?
Something about imperfect.
Imperfect Recall.
Imperfect recall.
Yeah. So we want to go back and look at some of the things that we remember and how we interpret them and see if that matches with what really happened and things like that. Just sort of examine that part of our lives.
Yeah, and then invite sort of other people in to share their perspective, because what you see and what your recollection of things and my recollection of things are obviously going to be somewhat different, but more or less similar. But having a third person to kind of expound on events and things, adds a different element.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this was a good segue.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll
Yeah,
go
This
out
was
with
a
a
good
bang.
segue.
Spend a month or two working on that, get it out of our system, and then come back to making fun of stoned people throwing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, the what the news services are calling funny are really just kind of not. And
Yeah,
it's
you
been
mentioned
really-
that like your AP Newswire stuff is kind of depressing now.
It's been really rough. It's they're listed under what the radio folks call kickers, and it's usually a kicker is an industry term for what you put at the end of a news broadcast that sort of is an uplifting, funny story. And really, a lot of them that I've come through in the last several months are just kind of sad. I mean, it's like, oh, person does this thing. Yep, but they're disabled. It's like, well, that's not funny.
Well,
It's like,
it could be.
it could be, but we're not that.
Not yet.
No.
No.
The person has
a
to
lot
be
of it is,
disabled
you know-
and on drugs and doing something really stupid.
Right. See, and that's the stuff. It's like, naked stoner does something dumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we did have that article about the quadriplegic that was pulled over, but he was pulled over for drunk driving.
Yeah.
The guy with no arms and no legs.
That totally reminds me of another 456 thing. I
what
gotta
a-
pull us back
what a-
in.
What a segue.
Working the drive-through, do you guys remember the guy that would come through and his car was modified and like the pedals and the steering wheel and everything? Like, I don't remember if he was quadriplegic or he was missing a bunch of stuff, but his car was modified. Like, he could... I do believe he didn't have legs and he only had a stub. Like, he was also missing an arm, but he had a stub.
Yeah.
And his steering wheel was all crazy and his pedals were all crazy.
So what did he use? Like that blow pen that people like?
Like, no,
No.
like his steering wheel had a thing that he could stick his little stump in.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I remember him.
I vaguely recall that. He had, the steering wheel, and it had, like, a cuff.
Yes,
And
and
he
he would
could-
stick his little thing in the cuff,
hook
and
his-
he could
his nub.
steer. But he also didn't have legs either, so he had like little things that he could stick his little stubs in too. And I was just always blown away. Like, holy shit,
do
dude!
not remember
I
that.
can't believe you're fucking driving.
I don't think I looked
Or why are you in a Chinese restaurant
out
drive-through?
the window. I don't recall his legs. I didn't look that far out the window.
Yeah, we
stopped
didn't
the
go
time.
into all the stupid shit that happened out that window.
Oh no.
Just the
God.
dumbass shit. The drunk people. I remember there was like this super fat guy whose stomach flopped into the steering wheel, and to turn, he would have to pull his belly out of the steering wheel and then turn and then put it back in. How is this legal on the road?
Let's go back to when I was trying to close this show out. Remember how much fun we had back then?
Remember?
Oh, the people. Just the goddamn people watching out that stupid fucking
See,
2-foot window.
Again,
It was a brilliant view on
On life.
humanity.
Yep, on life.
either
And all the ugliness and beauty.
my abuse of chemicals and I think an attempt to block out a lot of that part of my life have succeeded. So I don't remember
Until
a lot.
now.
Yeah, thank you. So
You're welcome.
the only the customer I vividly remember was Shoeless Joe, the homeless guy.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Like
Yes.
He was from Kokomo.
he was from Hannibal Mo.
Hannibal Mo. That's right.
It was Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo. I mean, I distinctly remember the smell of that guy. Like, you knew he was coming
Oh, yeah.
by the cloud ahead of him. But there was one night,
Like
Tom and I
Pigpen
were,
from Peanuts.
Arnold and I were closing. And Shoeless Joe sat at the table closest to the door, and
Yep.
whenever he would hear the cash register, even though he was deaf, whenever he would hear the cash register, he would just get up and jet out. So I was out there cleaning tables, and Shoeless Joe had this legal pad, And
was it a legal pad, or I thought it was like one of those little tiny, like, pocket.
Maybe it was. He had a blank piece of paper and a pen.
Yeah, I kind of remember it being a yellow, like, legal pad.
And he was writing rows and rows of zeros. Just like blocks and blocks of these perfectly shaped circles. So I finish up mop, and I go over to Arnold, who's at the register. I'm like, hey, go check it out. Shoeless Joe's doing his taxes. And we laughed and laughed and laughed. And with no regrets, because, again, we assumed the dude was deaf.
Right?
But still has a
wasn't.
heart.
He just probably didn't want to talk. It's just easier to say, can I have some food?
Yeah.
Scrawled on his little paper.
Dude, trust me, if I could get away with my day with just having a block of index cards that said yes, no, and please, I would be a happy man.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, this whole COVID remote work bullshit, I'm loving the whole idea that all I have to do is send an email.
Yes.
Nobody, rarely does the phone ring. Fuck you. Here's an email. Send. Do.
Beautiful. All right, so if you're here purely for us to make fun of people, well, I guess we'll catch you in a couple months. Otherwise, you will be hearing from us next month as we delve into our high school years. And as Tom has pointed out several times, we will rip off some Band-Aids because that's what we do.
Yeah.
This is a great way to kick us out. Yeah, kick off the show. It's
fucking stellar, isn't it?
Tom, say something.
Remember when we were funny? Yeah. Something else is happening.
Yeah, we're gonna do something else.
That's kind of not that.
Oh, fuck.
Remember when we laughed?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna cry.
Remember joy?
Now you're getting pain.
Yeah. Gut wrenching. Fucking remember
Jesus
that
Christ.
repressed stuff?
Why do you guys want to do
Well,
this?
now you will. What?
I thought it would
Why
be
do you wanna
fun,
do
but
this?
Jesus Christ, now it sounds like torture.
No, well, it is, but it'll be fun because we're masochists.
Apparently.
Holy
It
shit.
doesn't sound like fun at all.
I thought it was going to be, but...
No, it's going to be interesting.
Oh, I'm going to listen. Oh, you better fucking
don't know
believe
how
I'm going to listen
fun
to
it
this
will be.
shit.
I don't know how fun it will be, but it'll be interesting.
It'll be fun for me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You hear these fucking sissies crying about shit from the 80s?
You'll have to pull your catchphrase back into the show, Tom. Cunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your catchphrase.
Shit,
at the
yeah, like
beginning.
6 episodes ago, you tried to make cunt happen.
Yeah. I thought it was great.
That was.
But you could use that in your new show.
Well, that was drug related and not really a thing anymore.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, so, yeah, we've run long. But this has been an absolute blast. And I love the recollection to our carefree younger days. And that greasy Chinese place where we all called home.
Oh, yeah.
And for as abused as we may have thought we were well compensated and taken care
Holy
of,
shit. We were the best treated fast food employees, I'd say, in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, it was fabulous seeing you again, Tom.
You too, brother.
I love you.
Let's do this again. Let's not wait another 30 years before we
I
lock
thought it was
eyes.
20. I thought we decided it was 20 years.
Was it 20?
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
All right, we'll go with 20.
Yeah, about 20.
Yeah, that's right, because it was...
We did the math, man.
I forgot. That bar behind the joint at the thing.
The troll hole.
Yeah, we saw each other at the troll hole.
Wasn't it named after a lizard at one point?
The lizard hole?
That's better. I like that better. I see why it failed, but I like that better. The grumpy troll.
Oh, is that it?
It's still there. It's still on Bethel
Nobody's paid the toll to get into that boy's hole.
at the Grumpy Troll.
All right, shit. So, as hard as it is to turn a train, we have completely fucking jumped the rails on this one.
Yes.
So, maybe it's time to give it the old Yeller treatment and shoot the poor fucker in the head and call it a month.
Yep. If you haven't stopped listening by now, please do so.
And I was so glad to be a part of the end.
Shit, yes, dude.
I'm so glad that I ruined the show.
Thank you, Hindenburg.
Not at all. Thank you, Lucretia Borgia.
No, we'll have you on again when we can't remember shit and need you to come in and fill in our memory.
Yeah.
But one thing I will point out, and then I'll say goodnight, is that Andy was able to validate like most of the shit that Rockwell brings up on this show too, oddly enough.
What's that?
Like all the weird stuff that Dan would talk about is like, remember this, remember that. Andy was able to say, yeah, a lot of that stuff happened.
Yeah. You were there incoherent.
Right. Well, I was too young to be fucked up like you guys were.
Well, as fucked up.
Right. I'm not saying you guys weren't giving me stuff to get on the path.
I mean, I'm saying, you were a welcome participant.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, we won't even get into... was Arnholt there the night we all waited for Jimmy Buffett tickets?
Yeah.
Yes, in George's van. You remember that?
It was on Sawmill Road.
Yes.
Yeah, and we all took mushrooms.
Music Town? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Movie Town? Music Town?
It was Music Town, and we all took mushrooms.
Yeah, and George almost choked to death on the steering or the
I threw that beer on that lady, and she flipped out.
Remember it poured down rain?
Yeah.
And we slept in sleeping bags on the goddamn sidewalk. And then there was plenty of tickets the next day.
Oh, yeah. When we told the guy we wanted lawn, he's like, what the fuck are you doing sleeping outside for that?
Oh, that's because we're idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, if you want to come back and share shit like that, call us in like 6 months or so, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 8.
That sounds better.
I'm going to say another 20 years, you psycho.
Fuck you.
You still have that fucking tie, you maniac. That's disgusting.
That may not be the actual tie.
It sure does look like it.
Yeah, that's
disgusting.
Is a
It has
1989.
the level of ridiculousness that was that tie.
That is a Cosby era tie.
Look, I don't wear ties often.
You should wrap it around your head like Rambo.
When they order us back to work on site, I think I might.
Coming in hot.
Yep. You said wear a tie. You didn't say how.
That's right.
Featuring Michael Douglas from Falling Down.
Well,
Look, not just a great movie, but a blueprint.
of how to succeed in life.
Yes.
Fuck.
Well, I'm out of beer.
All right, and I'm at Andy's house, so apparently I'm out of beer too.
That's the danger of going on the road.
I know, man.
Where's Daniel and his $20?
Right?
Right.
You see,
He
just
could have
like
bought us beer.
this encumbered little frame trying to fast walk across the parking lot overladen with cases of beer for his underage employees.
I don't see how that business failed. I honestly
don't
can't
either.
see it.
I don't think it did it?
No.
He just parlayed it into another restaurant.
He went big or he went home, and he went big.
He
went
quit
big.
on his terms.
He went
And then
big.
opened Imperial Garden, which is a whole other fucking show.
Jesus Christ, no.
I worked there one night.
I
because,
thought so.
Yeah, we were like short-handed.
One night. Yep. I worked there one night and I was like, nope. Ain't getting pulled into this shit. You ain't gonna Godfather 3 me, you fucking idiots.
Let me guess, David's wife?
No, I just... I think back then you had to
Godfather
like...
3. I just got it. Sorry.
It was the whole thing of like waiting tables. You had to like remember the order. I'd get back to the kitchen. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Guess they're getting crab ragoon and chicken broccoli. Fuck them. I have no idea what they just told me.
Hey, cook up some Chinese food. But
what do they want? Chinese!
do it.
It's a fucking buffet, you asshole.
Jesus Christ. There's soy sauce on it.
So that was Imperial Garden for me.
Right on. Okay, so until next time, I guess.
Mike keeps trying to get in.
Yeah, he does.
And
we keep bringing it back in.
I really gotta go to work soon, guys.
Godfather 3 your ass until midnight.
My phone's almost out of battery. I think somebody's at the door.
Everybody stop listening by now, I'm sure.
Well, they fucking missed out.
Right?
The grand finale.
It's the best.
The great poobah.
The fucking fireworks.
Next month, nothing but misery.
Get ready.
We're pulling band-aids off and fucking ruining relationships next month.
We're gonna pull band-aids off and do some deep soul searching.
Vinegar enemas.
Oh my god.
All right, fuck you. It's. I need to go
Drink the Drano.
All right, Tom. It's early in California. Andy, you're already home. You guys fucking suck. I need to like pack my shit and go home.
Yeah.
So this has been real. It's been fun. I can't say it's been real fun though.
It has for Andy and I.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Cheers, Tommy. Fucking cheers.
Look, I am.
So until next time, weirdos, if any of you are still left from after all this stupidity, I guess you're in for the long haul, so we will talk to you again soon.
Soon. As soon as the world becomes funny again.
We'll be there for you.
Yes.
All right, good night, all.
Ciao.